Hey, I'm just following orders.
Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, now.
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. See me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. I'm on my way. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. So I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Won't keep on stopping, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach.
One way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black lock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you do in life. These hands the rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. See me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my divorce.
Any man give his life for YAHANNA, Mashiach and Christ, and fall up under that U.P.K banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get ground, get ground, back up, get ground, get ground, back up, get ground, get ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till I'm stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. take route. Approaches better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga. Cool zone. Go to grab, 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 go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab, 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 take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm scared down. Take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm scared down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, where the truth sit, hey, where warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know two things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My U.P.K soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret what that means. Fall on his age. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to grab, 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 go to grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab, back up, give grab, give grab. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grab, 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 take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down. Take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab, take grab. My soldiers take grab till I'm stand down, boy.
I've been poetically, effectively, spitting rhymes epically and unapologetically. I'd have to say the best of Caesar's me. And my entire squad, Ty Ward, Dawada, Danya Ala Nakakai, Will Mega Quantazai, 2 C's cause I them all, track for track, bar for bar, leaving instrumental charred. All you rappers is our sons and we don't spare the ride. Once upon a time I used to think that this was it, but now I wake up in the morning, can't remember why I spit. Why not? The game went from sugar to shit. And I ain't Willy Wonka, my nigga ain't sugarcoating it. Just try to make the most of it. Hit 'em with explosiveness, flow that's ferocious. Come and get a dose of this. Music is a drug, you either selling dope or smoking it. So when I flick this switch, I try to hit 'em with that potentness. And eat a fucking beat like locusts. The feds only knew how I felt about this rap game. They take me out while I'm out and about. Before I ever got clout or even open my mouth. Compromise is for cowards, I ain't never selling out. The fame, fortune, records, soul, all the type of things they wanna trade for my soul. Money, cars, clothes, hoes. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. You can buy my love, you can buy my love. Somebody tell these crackers that their time is up. You can buy my love, you can buy my love. Somebody tell these rappers they can ride with us.
I was always taught you can't put a price on integrity. Everyone that know me, some hate, but all have respect for me. My name stands good, carry weight and longevity. Roll by the beat of my own drum and melody. Spit it till I'm 70, spit it till there's no breath in me. Giving you the real, the fake shit sold separately. You get fly, I've been flu with no remedy. They hear you, but feel me, my whole energy. These words stand the test of time through 4 centuries. Had these bars engraved on the walls of caves. Let it tell the story of my people, the stars, the slaves, and let this verse be around till the parchment fades. But never forgotten, they never gon' stop them. I've been to the bottom, I seen our dark and hawking for dollars. We shaming our fathers, but shit, I did the same with the powder. Now I roll with soldiers that'll clear your block in an hour. I'm here for the power, I'm here to rep the slogan, low cowards. You dare get devoured, now you in the jungle with lions. I murder mumble rap, shit, I do it not even trying. Go and run with that, turn the beat up maximum volume, then I go attack. Any beat I beat the shit out of, for the love of the game, ain't the same with this album, it's something different.
Fortune, records, soul, all the type of things they wanna trade for my soul. Money, cars, clothes, hoes. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. You can buy my love, you can buy my love. Somebody tell these crackers that their time is up. You can buy my
Check, check. Check, check. Microphone check. Check, check, check. Good to me.
Check, 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 check. Check 1, check 2, 3, 3, 3. Check, 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 check. Good.
Come on. This iPad in the way? I don't know. 12. Come on. All right. Go ahead and clap it up. We're the I.S.U.P.K, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. So, you know, if it's not of the I.S.U.P.K, it's not of the truth. It's not of the Most High or Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to give a shout out, you know, to the Most High Christ, you know, allowing us to be here, Commander YAHANNA for holding down this truth, man. All the captains, the officers, the troopers, the sisters, you know, y'all would make this thing run. You know, it's not no one man that's making this truth run or keep this truth rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective group up under the Most High, man. You understand? We all play a part and pushing this truth throughout the earth, man. And everybody has to do their part, man. Everybody has to do their part. You know what I'm saying? So I got a story. I got a story today about this black man, you know what I'm saying, who ran into this, I guess you would call him a racist cop. You know, I ain't saying, you know, racist because I could say it for myself because I know what it is, you know. But I'm gonna let the story explain it and let you be the deciding, you know, let you be the judge of that. If this man was should be considered a racist or not, you understand? Wow. Come on.
Did nothing wrong other than walking home through a park. Maryland cop pulls taser and gun, pepper sprays black embassy officer in uniform before arresting him for impersonation.
Right. So this black man right here, man, you know, he walking through a park in Maryland, right? And this cop pulled his taser, his gun, and pepper spray. You know what I'm saying? Like, and pepper sprayed it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, like, it took you that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you pull your taser, you pull your gun, and then you proceed to pepper spray this man. You understand? Like, you went through all of it, which to me shows that you have some conscious mind to know whether or not this person doing something, you know, wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I pull my taser, I'm gonna tase you only if you're doing something wrong. If I pull my weapon, then that means I think that you have a weapon, or that's what it should mean. It should mean that you point the weapon at me, so I'm gonna put my weapon on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if I pull some pepper spray, that means like I'm just trying to apprehend you. You know what I'm saying? Like this devil did all of them. You know, so that lets me know like he was in the right mind to know what he was doing, right? And when I read this title at first, you understand, like when I first read this title, it made me think about what's that devil? That devil that shot the brother, talking about she thought she pulled a taser. So like when I first read this title, I'm like, okay, so this Maryland cop knows that he pulling a taser, he know he pulling the gun, he know he pulling pepper spray. So there's no excuse for this officer to be like, oh, I thought I pulled my taser. You thought your gun was your taser. You understand? So like this right here, just when I first read it, it was just like, okay, so this officer didn't have no excuse. Not that I thought she did. You understand? I ain't think she had no excuse. I don't think that none of them have an excuse for doing anything towards blacks and Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't think she had no excuse. But to me, it's like, you know the difference in weight. You know the difference in the feeling. You train with this stuff. You understand? Like, I was in Esau's military. I never mistake a grenade for my Beretta. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never mistake that type of stuff. You know why? Because like it's punishment that comes with that. These devils been getting away with just treating us any type of way for so long that they don't give a damn about it. They don't give a damn to pull a gun and kill a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's glorified. You understand? Like, Esau go and find something. They'll plant something on you to make it seem like they had a reason for killing you. You know, but this officer right here, man, he went through all of it. He went through all of it, and he ended up pepper spraying the brother, as you can see in the title.
Stephen Alexander, while walking home with groceries after a night shift as an embassy of quarter special officer in 2018, when a taser-drawn Maryland police officer approached him and demanded that he show his credentials.
Right. So Stephen Alexander, man, this brother, you know, he just got off of work. He working the night shift, man, the graveyard shift. So he dead tired. You know, he going to pick up some groceries. He just cutting through the park to go home, man. He on foot. And this devil come up with his taser drawn. You understand? Like, and this right here, this shows you, like, if I could sidebar for a little bit, like, this shows you how they really think about us and how much they really, you know, care about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian lives. You know, this story right here happened in 2018, man. It's just coming out on May, in May 2022, man. This story just coming out. This happened in 2018. This brother was walking through the park, and this devil came up with his taser already drawn. You understand? Approaching this brother and demanding that he show him his credentials. You know, like what like how somebody gonna comply with you, man? It's already. I just finished working a graveyard shift, and I don't know if y'all can see the picture, but it's daylight out. You can see this brother dressed from head to toe in a police uniform, dressed head to toe. He got the vest thrown over, you know, the side. He got the badge on around his neck. He got the badge on his shirt, the handcuffs, the pepper spray, the weapon, everything. This brother is fully dressed in police clothing, man. Fully dressed, walking through a park. Just finished a graveyard shift, and you got another what they call it, blue life, approaching you with his taser drawn, man. You understand? Demanding that you show your credentials, as if your uniform, the same uniform that he wearing, don't mean nothing. So, like, go ahead, other one.
When Anderson refused, the officer pointed his firearm at him and demanded that he get on the ground.
Right, his brother like, why? Why you wearing a uniform? Why should I? Why I need to show you anything? I'm wearing the same uniform you wearing. I ain't did nothing. You know, this brother, you know, he wearing the uniform, right? So you got somebody else who's dressed like coming towards you in uniform with a taser drawn. You looking like you shocked, especially if you in the world. You shocked. You like, why I need to show you my credentials? Like, man, don't you see this? You know, it's like we both wearing this red, white, and blue, the red, white, and blue flag. Why I need to show you something, man? Nah, man, you tripping, man. You understand? So this brother say, nah, man. Nah, I ain't showing you nothing. And this officer decided, like, all right, you don't want to show me, let me pull my firearm. You understand? Like, he knew this officer, that's what I was saying. Like, this officer knew the difference between his taser and his firearm. You understand? So that devil that killed that brother in cold blood knew the difference between that firearm and that taser, man. She knew the difference, man. You understand? The same way this devil knew the difference between his firearm and his taser. He knew when he was just about to apprehend this suspect or kill this suspect. You understand? So he pulled that firearm with him thinking like, I'm about to put you to death for refusing to show me your credentials. Salaki.
Once he was on the ground, the officer pepper sprayed Anderson.
Right. This brother already done got down on the ground and you gonna go and pepper spray him, man. Like, that don't even make sense. He, like, if you already done got down and they have these commands that they give, you know, they want you spread eagle. They want your one hand over here, one hand over here. They want your feet apart, want your face down, all this and that, right? So I'm quite sure he done got the commandments, and this brother already already down on the ground, and this devil goes and pepper sprays this brother, man. So that means he done put the weapon away and went as far as pepper spraying this brother when this brother is adhering to his commands. This brother already down on the ground, and you gonna go and pepper spray him, man, for no reason, right? Go ahead.
The officer pepper sprayed Anderson before putting him in handcuffs, according to the lawsuit obtained by Atlanta Black Star.
Right, he done pepper sprayed the brother and put him in handcuffs for no reason, man. You pepper spray this man, and he already laying down, complying with your commands. He's doing what you told him to do, Salaki.
As a result, Anderson lost his job.
And he lost his job. So how he supposed to provide for his family, you know, when you come up to this brother with a taser for walking through a park with groceries in his hand? Obviously, he not doing nothing. What kind of criminal walking through a park with police gear on and groceries? Right. You know, you pepper spray this brother while he on the ground, and he lose his job for it. Go ahead.
Anderson lost his job, had to fight criminal charges, and suffered years of emotional distress.
Right. His brother lost his job, had to fight charges that you was trying to bring against him, and suffered years, man, of emotional distress, man. They feel like blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, like, things just come at us, we just supposed to accept it, man. We just supposed to accept it. Nah, this brother has a family to provide for, man. This brother is feeling something behind this, man. Right. He thought he trusted in America when he put that badge on, man. Right. He trusted that his fellow officers in blue would, you know, show him some type of love, man. Right. But this brother is treated just like any other black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? Latino, whatever you want to call yourself. He's treated just like the rest of us, even though he wears that red, white, and blue flag and that badge, man.
And so, like, it's like, if I may,
come on, go ahead.
They also say like these were brothers in blue,
right? You
understand? So they let you know you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian before you anything in this empire.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No matter what uniform you own, you got to know, like, okay, if you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, then you're that before any uniform that you put on.
Right. Like, you have to remember, like, the color of your skin, man, and who you are as a nation of people, man. Even when you put that uniform on, I'm quite sure that anybody in the school could tell you it's brothers that been in Esau's military, it's brothers that been on Esau's police force, and you know, this brother right here, prime example. You know what I'm saying? Like myself, brother Officer Kowal, other brothers in the school, Captain Tazaria, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's brothers that done been in these situations, you know what I'm saying? And like, you experience the racism on all these different levels. So you know if you're experiencing Esau's military, then you know they're experiencing over there in Esau's police force. You experience Esau's police force, same thing for Esau's military. No matter what position you get in this earth, no matter how much you try to join yourself to these people, you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian first, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Ottawa.
He's suing Maryland National Central Capital Park and Planning Commission police and the police officer for violating his rights for excessive force.
Right. And so this brother, he said, yo, I'm a sue him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done lost your job, went through emotional distress, had a gun pulled on you. Your life could have ended that night. I don't know if the brother had children, you know what I'm saying? But your life could have ended that night. And the only thing, like, as us as a people, the only thing we have to come back with is suing, man. We got to go get a lawyer and take them to court. That's the only thing that we could do. You understand? Because we don't have our own people to stand up for us. You understand? We don't have our own court systems, our own military, you know, our own police force and stuff like that to charge them for the things that they do to us. We go to their courts. You understand? So this brother like, oh, I'm gonna take y'all, I'm gonna sue y'all for violating my rights. Right. Nigga, you don't have no rights. You don't have no rights. Like, and that's one thing as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's one thing that we don't tend to understand. You have no rights in this place, man. You understand? Like, America has not changed the Constitution, man. You still looked at as a slave. You still viewed through them. You still viewed to them through the eyes of a slave, man. You understand? Like, they still looking at you as a slave. Like, we trying to act like we have all these rights and that we so free when that's a lie, man. We're not free. We have no rights in this place, man. America's Constitution has not changed. You're still counted as what? 3/5 of a man? You have no rights in this place, man. Even when you put on their uniforms, you have no right. Like, when they wrote that stuff up, man, they was talking about other Caucasian men and women. You understand? They were not talking about Jacob and Esau. I mean, my bad, Salakia. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They were not talking about Gad. They were not talking about Issachar, Judah, Benjamin. They weren't talking about us, man. When they go ahead, brother.
What you're saying is so heavy because the author of those words was he owned over 600 slaves.
That's right.
He was a slave-holding rapist.
Right.
He owned 600 slaves. He was dipping in the slave quarters. Getting his fill with selling hennas. Okay. So, and then, to make another point with regard to, the uniform, anytime I hear a devil or a person say they don't see color, you know that that's a goddamn lie. That's the first thing that they see. They overlook the badge, they overlook the uniform, or that blue line, that blue lives, and they see that black life. They see that brown life. So lucky.
That sounds great. Like, you absolutely right, man. Get a brother here. You absolutely right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this brother is dressed like it's a photo of it. Like, it's a photo, man. This brother is completely dressed in the uniform, man. He's in the uniform. You want me to send it to you? This brother is in the uniform, man. Fully dressed in their uniform, and he act like, oh, well, I'm gonna pull my, like, you came up to this brother with your taser drawn. You would think that he would be like, oh, you want a bus? You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think that he would say that. Oh, you want a bus? Like, you already done sold out on your people. Nah, that ain't enough. That's not enough. You understand? Like, I gotta make you feel less than. You understand? Even though you dress like us and you enforcing our laws, you not us, man. You still black at the end of the day. Black cops arresting Caucasians. I wonder what's the difference on that, man. What is the difference with that? I guarantee you, we get arrested by more Caucasian cops, you understand, than black cops. I guarantee you, you understand, we don't arrest, people of color don't arrest as many Caucasians as white cops arrest us. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Go ahead, brother.
Hannah, one of Alexander's attorneys, said he has post-traumatic stress for what her client refers to as a life or death scenario.
Right, she talking about he got post-traumatic stress from a life or death scenario. Like, Negro, you act like you just been born into America. We wake up and go to sleep. I know I have for the last, I ain't gonna say no age, but you know what I'm saying? We've been waking up with post-traumatic distress order for how long? For how long, man? Over 400 years? Over 400 years. Our babies are born with PTSD. Studies show that. We born with PTSD, man. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. We are born with PTSD, man, from the things that we go through. And he had like, oh, this thing right here is the reason, you know what I'm saying, like for all his stress. No. You are already, you chose to ignore the PTSD that you already had when you put on that badge, when you put on that uniform, when you go through Esau's gate on his militaries, you walk into that precinct. You choose to ignore your PTSD. We've been dealing with this for over 400 years, man. This ain't new. Like, your PTSD ain't new. You understand? Like, life or death situation. We've been dealing with life or death situations since we were born, man. You ever heard of Tamir Rice? Trayvon Martin? Children on top of children. Fathers on top of fathers. Mothers, grandmothers, grandparents. Every situation that we run into with our oppressor is a life or death situation, man. A life or death scenario, man. It's no guarantee that we're going to walk away with our life anytime we encounter them. So how this give you PTSD, man? Go ahead, brother.
This incident really just changed the course of Stephen's entire life. Now,
he said this is the lawyer talking about this and changed the course of his entire life. Like, I get it. I'm not going against the brother, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he in the world too at the same time. Like, I know it's been incidents that done changed brothers in his lives, man. I know, like, we deal with life or death scenarios every weekend when we go out to camp. Just for being in these classrooms, we deal with life and death scenarios. You understand? Like, this supposed to be your brother. Your brother in blue, like all the one just said. It's supposed to be your brother in blue. Y'all supposed to be agreed. Y'all enforcing the same laws, everything. Go ahead.
Salakia. He has a very hard time talking about how the officers really almost took his life. Even though it was a few years ago, now he remembers it clear as day when he talks to you about it, it's just like it just happened.
Right, man. Like he's saying, yo, I'm losing sleep. Like I remember it clearly now. This how they treated me. What you think Commander Junior Hunter been saying since 1969, man? Why you think we teach separation? You wouldn't deal with this if you learn to separate yourself from your oppressor, man. God said these people were your enemies, man. He said in the book of, like, what, Deuteronomy 28:68? Let me get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Said Deuteronomy 28:68, sir.
Come, Deuteronomy 28:68.
Salakia. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring you into Egypt again with ships, man. Meaning what? We was in slavery in Egypt, man. You understand? Egypt, the word Egypt is just like, it's just the house of bondage, man. You understand? We were brought into the house of slavery again, or the house of bondage again, by the way of ships, man. Cargo slave ships, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We came into oppression up under this oppressor, into slavery up under this oppressor by the way of cargo slave ships, man. You understand? We didn't just appear here. You understand? They brought us over here by ships, man. The Lord said this in the book of Deuteronomy. We came over here on cargo slave ships into slavery, man, into Egypt. America today is Egypt, man. The house of bondage, man. You understand? We got here on cargo slave ships, man. This is Egypt, man. Modern day Egypt. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And we have never seen our homeland no more, man. You understand? We got people over there in our homeland, these fake Jews, you understand, ruining our homeland. The Lord said we would never see our homeland again, man. You understand? Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Salaki, he said we wouldn't see it again. He ain't say never, Salaki. And he said we were going to be sold to our enemies, man. Our enemies, man. You understand? When they put you up on that what they call them? That slave block. Right. Today, if you think about NBA, NFL, that trading block, right. You understand that trade block, that trade deadline, that's the same thing as slavery, man. They auctioning you off to the highest bidder, man. They auctioning you that 25. They auctioning you off, man. They selling you, man. They put us on them that slave trade block, and they sold us, man. We were sold to the highest bidder, man. You understand? Our enemies, man. You have to just neglect your people or not think anything about your people to not know that them people that bought you and sold you were your enemies, man. The Lord said you was gonna be sold to your enemies, man. Your enemies, not your friends, not somebody that oppressed your people or killed your grandparents, wiped out entire bloodlines of your nation of people, man. Not somebody that's going to be your friend in 400 years. The Lord said that you are sold to your enemies, man. Your enemies, man, not your friend. You understand? Of people that do not love you. Last time I checked, your enemy don't have no love for you. You were sold to your enemies, black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. You understand? And the Lord told us it would happen, man. He told us it would happen. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. Meaning what? No man is going to free you from that enemy that you were sold to, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Haitians, we have not been freed by no man, man. Everybody always try to act like we Africans. Africans have never freed black people, man. Never, man. Nobody's came for God's chosen people, man. We were sold to our enemies over 400 years ago, and we continue to serve them and their empire now, man. We were never freed by any nation of people. That's how you know who your people are, man. You look around and you see the same people going through the same things that you are. You see the people going through the same things that you're going through, dealing with oppression. You understand? Dealing with the abortions, the abortions, man. Going through abortions, saying that they rather have their lives together before they have a kid. That's a goddamn lie, man. You think that the Most High don't know what he's doing when he allows you to get pregnant? The Lord know what he's doing, man. You go having that abortion, you talking about the Lord don't know what he's doing. That's how you feel. You feel like the Lord don't know what he's doing when he allows you to get pregnant. If I remember, the Lord said that he kills and that he makes alive.
Right.
He's the one that's allowing you to get pregnant. How the hell you gonna kill a baby, man? Go ahead, brother.
Let's sit on that, sir.
You understand? It's like you're gonna be sold to your enemies, man. For bondmen and bond women, man. Bondmen and bond women, man. You understand? Meaning slaves, man. And nobody's gonna free you, man. Nobody's gonna free you from that oppression that you deal with, man. This brother failed to understand that he was in the empire, right? Being oppressed, man. He was in Esau's empire, the so-called Caucasian man's empire, and oppressed, man. Even though he wears that badge or that what they call it, shield. That shield, he's oppressed, man. Go ahead, other one.
I was going to say the oppression didn't start with just him being, pepper sprayed that moment.
Right.
I think when you wear that uniform, you even though you're supposed to work together, it's still segregated. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Officers know like everybody still go to their own kind, even though they're working together.
That's right, man. You understand? Like they adhere to their own kind, man. You understand? They look out for their own kind. We done seen plenty of videos where you see a black man having a mental breakdown or he autistic or something, and the cops shoot him dead, man. Shoot him dead. You understand? And then you call 911 in a white neighborhood or in a park or something, and you got these oppressors chasing after the cops with knives drawn, guns drawn, and the police don't never pull a gun. They never pull a taser. Never pull pepper spray. They talking to him calmly because they exercise every bit, you know what I'm saying, of their resources before they kill their own, man. But when it comes to us, you know, it is shoot and then ask questions later. It's kill him first, and then we're gonna figure out what the story was, what was happening. You understand? They kill God's chosen people day in and day out, man. Day in and day out. And nobody stands up for us, man. And even when it comes to our leaders don't stand up for us. Right. You understand? We join their militaries. We fight in their wars. You understand? We join their police force. And we still just don't even give a damn about our own selves, man. Our people don't give a damn about us, man. They leaders care about them. They care about them so much that Joe Biden decided to send, 30 billion to Ukraine? 33 billion to Ukraine, right? And then this morning, I read a story this morning. This devil changed from 33 billion to 40 billion. 40 billion. And said the bill could be signed at the end of the day. While black people still struggling from crack from the 80s, man. Our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters still on the island, some of them still dealing with problems from a hurricane that was like 8-9 years ago, man. Our Haitian brothers and sisters, our I.S.U.P.K, Mexican brothers and sisters, trapped in them dang on dog kennels on the border, man. These are the people we try to join ourselves with, man. We struggling. Our people in cages. Our people trapped on islands with nothing. And this devil giving $40 billion to Ukraine. Alabama giving $1 million to investigate some slave ship, man, that sunk. They don't give a damn about us, man. I say take off the goddamn uniform, man. He pulled his taser on you. You should have took it off right then and there. Like, you got it, man. You got it. You can have your badge. You can have your flag, man. I'm about to join together with my people, man.
Right.
You understand? But nah, we too busy listening to T.D. Jakes, man. To Theft Your Dollars, Joel Osteen. We too busy following after these pastors, man, that we don't give a damn. We blinded by the oppression, man. We blinded by the love that we have for our oppressor, man. We blinded by the idea of they all not alike. You understand? It was just a story released today about some teenagers in a high school got a group chat that they labeled, that they named, you know, we got a group chat up in here. We you know, brothers, we got a group chat, the One West group chat, right? We got a group chat up in here that we talk to each other every day. We always in communication, sending stories. You understand? Just talking about life, man. Talking about how to strengthen each other, what we need to do, what we need to work on. You understand? And we got brothers from all over, you know, different cities and stuff in here, man. You understand? Don't believe that the I.S.U.P.K is just a small thing, man. Right. The I.S.U.P.K is not a small school. You understand? We all over the United States. We all over, all across seas, the UK. We everywhere, man. Mexico. We all over the place. Brazil, Canada. Don't think that the Lord only made I.S.U.P.K here, that it's a new thing. Nah, man. The Lord spread this thing, man, like a wildfire. And we taking over, man. You understand? But these devils right here, these high school teenagers made a group chat, and they named the group chat KKK, right? And on the group chat, like on video, they walking through the hallways of the school in Texas, calling other students like hard R's. You understand? They dropping hard R's, man. And these devils only getting them 3-day suspension. When I remember correctly, it was like a little 9-10-year-old brother who got a knee put on the back of his neck for stealing a bag of chips, man. This is what we join ourselves to. Go ahead, brother. Salaki.
MNCPPC police officer Mel Proctor said he saw Alexander walking through a parking lot in the park with a hat that read "Special Police." Proctor accosted Alexander, who told Proctor he had no reason to stop him and continue walking.
Right, this devil stopped this brother because he seen him walking through a park with a hat that read "Special."
Salaki, I don't want it could have been Halloween though. It could have been. He probably thought he went a Halloween outfit. He probably, you know, right. It's
plausible.
Yeah, it's Halloween. You know.
Yeah, like black people just like to dress up as the police.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's just something that we do.
Nothing else better to do.
We ain't got nothing else better to do. Like I'm a special police though. Yeah, I ain't like the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This devil seen this brother walking across the park, man, in uniform with his hat on that says "Special Police," man.
So, like, if I may, that down there, it's see, the spirit of it is you saying, "Hey, boy." The devil said, "Hey, boy."
Right.
Who gave you that, boy? Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can never show the oppressor like you doing good. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had a devil tell me, no, this brother we was just talking the other day. He was like, "Yeah, you can't let people see you pull up in that truck right there, man." Hey, boy, what you doing with that on, boy? Right. That's the reality of a black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man in this world. And then you take that and the white men look at the oppressor men look at our sister like Look at that little bitch over there. Look at that little nasty little hoe. That little slut over there. And then it takes away our dignity once they put the image of us on the screen. Like when you show us the image, when they show us our image on the screen, it looks like all our women are hoes. Look like all our women are prostitutes. That's the image that they want to portray. And then they portray the men like boys, meaning we don't know how to properly wear our clothes. We don't know how to properly present ourselves. So it's like, and with boys, they're always acting insuperior to the father. So to the oppressor, he's Big Daddy. You know, you hear people talk, like slave masters. They used to call the slave master back in the day. They had a Big Daddy up there. You know what I'm saying? That name, like, and that goes to the black men as being, hey boy,
right?
Who gave you that uniform? Like, and it's so degrading when you hear that. And y'all remember good times when Michael used to say, correct James, he used to say, boy is a white man or oppressive word. You know what I'm saying? And James used to get mad every time he said.
It's one of those you don't belong here. Yeah, like you don't belong amongst us. You understand? And what you're saying is so heavy, like we tend not to understand that when our sister, when you say, hey man, cover up, I said, why you don't tell me what the way you ain't nah, that's because they looking at you the way you dress. You think that black men looking at you. You think that I'm looking at you the way that you're dressing? Nah. You understand? They looking at you that way, man. They the ones who telling you. You don't see, like, you see little Edomites doing it, but how many? Majority of the sisters, like, we can walk into a club tomorrow night, right? Friday night, we can walk to a club, what they say, Latina night? We can walk to Latina night, I guarantee you over half our sisters be half dressed. Saturday, half dressed. You understand? You go to Esau's club, how many you gonna see half dressed? Because they teaching us to do that and to present ourselves that way, man. They teach us to do that. They don't teach their kids to do that. They teach their kids to stay separate from us, man.
Right.
We teach our kids to love them. You understand? So of course they gonna say, "Oh, look, whore," or look, boy. You understand? But Commander YAHANNA, you understand? The I.S.U.P.K, we've been raising up men, man. Pick your pants up. You don't have to sag. You don't have to put something on, sis. Dress up. That's not how we do. You understand? Like, you royalty in here, young man. Carry yourself as, go ahead, brother.
No, what you're saying is so heavy. You got two words that perfectly describes what happened to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know, during slavery, they dehumanized us. You know,
right.
Stripped us of our human characteristics. You know, treated us like beasts, like animals, literally.
Go ahead.
And then post-slavery, you know, we had to deal with, you know, the Jim Crow. You know what I mean? And that was a form of degradation. They degraded us, you know, and Merriam-Webster defines degrade as to lower in grade, rank, or status, demote. So we've been permanently demoted in the eyes of the oppressor, in the eyes of all the other nations.
Right.
You know, with respect to each other. We degrade each other. We don't see any value in one another. And it's so important for classes like this, brothers like you and Officer Zion and Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I mean? This job is important, brother. This job is absolutely vital to the survival of our nation.
That's right, man. Yeah, nah, you absolutely on it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have been degraded in this place, man. Right. You understand? And nobody gives a damn, man. Nobody gives a damn. And nobody can say that they give a damn. Mm-hmm. Nobody can say that they care. Because if you care, you will be in here. You'll be out on the street corners talking about it. Right. We the only ones that talk about it, man. How many people in Fayetteville? How many people you see in this room, man? We should have we should have a mega school. Mm-hmm. You understand? 400,000 people paying tithes to Fayetteville, to I.S.U.P.K. 400,000. We should have a mega school, man, for all the people that act like they stand up for black excellence. Black Lives Matter. Nobody shows that Black Lives Matter, man, except Commander General YAHANNA. The only one that stands up for black lives, Latino lives, Haitian lives, man. We the only ones that go out and talk about the stuff. Everybody else say what? The same thing America say. Y'all need to move on. Forget about it. Everybody else say that. Everybody else forget when it comes time to celebrate their birthday. Everybody else forget when it comes time to celebrate the 4th of July. We don't forget, man. We never forgot Trayvon Martin. We never forgot goodness gracious, Walter Scott. Right. We don't forget Sandra Bland, man. We don't forget these people, man, because the Bible tells us not to. America will have you joining your enemies hand in hand. What God said about that, man? What God said about joining hand in hand with your enemies, man? Martin Luther King said he see a little white boy, a little white girl, black boy joining hand in hand. What the Bible says about joining hand in hand, man? What does God say about that? If I paraphrase correctly, though hand join the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. That's right. That's what God had to say about it. Martin Luther King was a goddamn liar, man. They're going to be punished for the things that they done to us, man. Right. Them babies that they got in them cages in Mexico, man. Our Puerto Rican brothers and sisters trapped on them islands, they're going to be punished for that, man. If God is a just God, that's righteous, man. That's right. It's righteous that he punished them for the things that they done to us, man. Righteous. Despite how much you love them. Despite how much we want to join ourselves with them, man. They have to be punished for the things that they've done, man. Right. You can't just kill these people, hang these people, kill these babies. You understand? What's his name? Good night. What's his name? What's the devil name? The crack. The president.
Oh, Reagan.
Reagan. You think Reagan can just push that much crack into a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian neighborhood in the 80s and walk away scot-free? And then his wife earned a name by saying, just say no. You think that the Most High forget about that? Christians like to say God is good all the time, right? He good all the time. Well, he going to be good when he punished that devil for what he did to us, man. That's right. He going to be good when he free blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians from the oppression that we've been dealing with, man. That's right. That's righteousness, man. No matter how you feel about it. This devil pushed all them drugs. Hey, the water, brother, for telling me to watch that joint, man. It's a documentary on Netflix called Crack, man. That documentary will make you mad, man. Right. If you give a damn about your people, man. That's right. That devil pushed all them drugs in the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community because he couldn't get funding from Congress, man. Mm-hmm. He pushed them drugs in our community to fund the war in Central America, man. And then you got George Bush that came along, you understand, and he ain't making no better. Reagan pushed the drugs. You understand? And then you had George Bush. Oh man, what George Bush? What was George Bush? Good night. You remember what George Bush? I can't think off the top of my head. It was something I had to say about that devil. What was George Bush's role in that joint? He did the war. I think he was the war on drugs. I think Reagan pushed the drugs in the community. George Bush was the war on drugs, and then Clinton locked us up for it, man.
That's right.
They said that like black men being locked up from what was it 1980 up until like I know when Clinton got into office, the percentage of black and Latino men going to jail raised up. It went to 707%, man. This devil Bill Clinton. This devil said he was gonna put thousands of more cops on the street, 20 times the amount that been already on the streets, man. It went up 707% of black men being raised up, man. From the 80s to the 90s. That show you how much they care about us, man. But our people, we still sleep, man. We still rock to sleep in this place called America, man. We still think that it's all sugar, honey, iced tea.
Like if I may, I just saying it just said from 81 all the way up to 93 from the Iran country scandal and all that, the war on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of those are all slotted into the same, like you said, the same thing that incarcerated millions of black Hispanic
millions, man. And that documentary give you facts. That documentary give you numbers, man. It was millions of our brothers and sisters locked up. How the hell you think that our kids gonna be raised if it ain't nobody in the household? It was a man. It was a part on that documentary that was very, 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 you know what I'm saying? It was like very touching. Pause. You understand? You seen this little black kid, like he crying, man. He crying to these devils. Don't take my mama. He crying to these devils, and this devil just guide him away. He by the top of his head, he guide this young brother away to the side of the house while this brother crying, man, for his mother not to be taken from him, man. They pushed that crack in our goddamn neighborhoods, man. And America turned a blind eye to it. A blind eye, man. To hell with that goddamn uniform, man. Right. You talking about you just getting PTSD from this? You just realizing it was life and death? Nigga, the hell with you, man. Right. It been life and death, man. It's been that way. What the hell do we have to celebrate in this place? Mother's Day? How you celebrate Mother's Day when your kids being killed, man? How you celebrate Mother's Day when they tell you to have abortions? Abortions destroy your body, man. We destroyed in this place, man. Right. The Lord said we were sold to our enemies, man. Of people that don't give a damn about you, man. They don't care about you. You can walk in that Christian church and act like you know God as much as you want, man. But it's not going to change the things that God said in this Bible, man. They don't give a damn about you. And they're going to be punished for the things that they did. What was it? Let me find that scripture, man. Hand joined in hand. You got it? Go ahead. Nah, you too wild, brother. The water.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished.
The wicked is not going unpunished, man. The people that run this earth are not going unpunished, man. for the things they did to God's chosen people, man.
Right.
You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. They not going unpunished, man. You understand? Somebody has to pay for those crimes that have been committed against us, man.
That's right.
Good night. I don't. So let's go ahead with the story, man, because it's a word in there that this devil said. Go ahead, brother.
I'll give you the rest of that,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Salakia. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Right. The seed of the righteous is going to be delivered, man. You understand? You have to learn the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man. Meaning what? You can't join yourself with your oppressor.
Right.
You understand? You can't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, man.
Right.
You cannot believe in abortion, man. You cannot believe in abortion and join yourself to the Most High.
Right.
You cannot, man. You have to put the Christianity to the side. You have to put the Islam to the side. You have to put America to the side and think about the lives of your people, man. Right. Think about the God that you serve, man. Think about the things Christ died for, man. Christ didn't die for you to have a goddamn abortion. That's not what he died for. Put it to the side and get it together, man. This is not the time for us to be sleeping in this place, man. You have to wake up, man. The Bible is speaking, man. Commander YAHANNA is telling us what it means, man. The I.S.U.P.K, we don't speak our own words. We speak the words of the Most High, man.
That's right.
We let the Most High speak through this Bible, man. You understand? Through these priests and prophets of this Bible. Them same priests and prophets that are here now telling you to get your life together. You're going to wait to the end, sitting in the Christian church, seeing bombs fly across the sky and then say, oh, I believe. No, hell no, you're going to goddamn die. You're going to die with America. Right. Salakia, brother. Go ahead.
The subject continued to refuse my commands to stop, even after I told him that he was now being detained for investigative purposes.
The subject, man. Subject, man. What does that mean, man? He called this brother a subject, man. He said, the subject. That's what he addressed him as. He didn't say the man dressed in officer's clothing. He didn't say the man dressed in officer's clothing on Halloween Day. He didn't say the black man. He said the subject. What is the what does that mean? What does subject mean, man? You understand? Like, we got to get that joint. What does subject mean? I know I looked at the verb of it. Go ahead, brother.
Subject is a noun, according to Merriam-Webster. Is that the way you want Google?
No, Merriam-Webster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Subject, one that is placed under authority or control, such as A, a vassal, B, one subject to a monarch and governed by the monarch's law, one who lives in the territory of, enjoys the protection of, and owes allegiance to a sovereign power or state, that of which a quality, attribute, or relation may be affirmed, or in which it may adhere.
See, it's a lot of them. Let's jump down to the verb of it. Jump down to the verb. For subject, man. Let's go to the
subject, verb. To bring under control or dominion.
Right. Go ahead.
Subjugate. To make someone such as oneself amenable to the discipline and control of a superior.
He treated this brother like he was his superior, man. Y'all wearing the same uniform, you understand? Enforcing the same laws, and he treated you like he was your superior, man. You supposed to listen to him. because he's over you. That's what I got when I read this story, man. Don't matter that you wear the same badge as them. It don't matter that you wear the same flag as them. It don't matter that you call yourself their brother in blue. You are under them, man. It says superior, man. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, Salakia. To make liable, predispose, to cause or force to undergo or endure something unpleasant, inconvenient, or trying.
It was unpleasant for this brother to lay down on that ground. It was unpleasant for him to be asked to present his credentials. It was unpleasant for this brother, man.
Right.
But this devil felt like he was his superior. Boy, show me your credentials. Boy, why you got on this uniform? Why you walking through here with these groceries? Boy, he approached him with his taser drawn. That's how they look at us, man. As blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That's how they look at us, man. You are nothing to them, man. It's like you had anything on that? Y'all brothers, y'all chime in whenever y'all want to.
Khan, I can't help but to think that this Capitol Park police officer got jealous when he saw that brother's special police hat. He got jealous. So he saw this embassy police officer, and he's like, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we can't have nothing in the eyes of the oppressor. We can't have our humanity. We can't have our dignity. We can't have our land. We can't have our identity. You tell a so-called oppressor that you a black Jew, or you a Hebrew Israelite, and look at you like you crazy.
That's right.
So Salakia.
Nah, man, you too wild, man. You understand? Like, that's how they treat us. We can't have nothing in this place, man. Mm-hmm. We can't be a people that have a high status in this place, man. Mm-hmm. It's like all one was just saying, like, at the end of the day, you black.
Right.
Like, who does Negro think he is telling me what to do? Who you think he is wearing a special police? Oh, I'm going to show you special.
Right.
I'm going to show you how special you are. Oh, you're a special police of the embassy, huh? All right. Go ahead. You have something? Man, like this story, like, I mean, if you see something else, you can go ahead with it. But this story just ticks me off, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to give it no more attention, because this brother right here, man, he's a brother. You know what I'm saying? He is a brother, but he was lost in this situation, man. And the only way you get unlost in situations like these is in here. That's how you learn how to deal with situations like these, man. You understand? Like, if that happened to somebody in here, it wouldn't be no suing. We're not suing. We want your badge. We want you gone. You understand? Like, we want Christ to come back. So we want you to tell every other brother that look like you in that precinct to get the hell out of there. Let them have that. You come over here and serve the Lord. You come bring your people together, man. Suing just ain't enough for us. So, like, if I may, let me get Book of Zephaniah 2:1. You understand? We about to jump into these scriptures. I ain't giving this story no more time.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation, not desire.
The Bible says to gather yourselves together, man. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire, man. It's only one nation of people that's not desired, man. You understand? This brother that was walking through that part, was not desired, man. He's a part of that nation that's not desired, man. The Bible says for him to gather together with who? The rest of the nation that's not desired, man. He's supposed to gather himself with his brothers. You understand? He's not supposed to be out there walking through that part by himself. That's why that devil rolled up on him. He seen he was by himself. You would think, like, if black people, if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, if we decide to join and gather together, you understand? We wouldn't go through the things that we go through now. You know why? Because we'd be delivered from this place by now. We be in rulership, man. We be running this place. Only thing is, we choose not to gather ourselves together. We love everybody but our own people. The Bible says to gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, not person not desired. The Christian church ain't going to teach you to gather together with your own people, man. They're going to teach you God loved the world. For God so loved the world. And they're going to say that right there is saying everybody should come together. When it doesn't say that. All you have to do is go to the beginning of the book and read it all the way through to know that Christ was having a conversation with a specific person. Not everybody. You understand? Like, gather yourselves together. That's a heavy scripture, man. It's a heavy scripture. Like, we are not desired in this place, man.
So like, if I may,
come.
I was gonna say, you reading that scripture, like, the only thing, like, if you had no understanding about the Bible, the question we should all ask, like, who is a nation that's not desired? You understand that? You know, a red light should just, jump on in your head. Like, wait a minute, who are these people that the Bible keep talking about that was go through all this persecution? Who are these people that the Bible said will go through cargo slave ships and, you know what I'm saying, this persecution came up out of Egypt and all this stuff? They also show you the separation between those people and everybody else on the face of the earth. That's like, right. we're not taught to even, like, the reading and comprehension skills that they teach us in school. They absolutely don't mean a goddamn thing if you can't apply that to what you read in these scriptures. You understand? Right. You got to graduate. You got to be able to graduate and have reading comprehension skills on 10 to graduate high school. But you'll pick up this Bible and don't see yourself in it nowhere, because Christianity has amassed itself inside of this Bible, right? And so we don't see this. That's like, right. My brother's saying, like, when you say, "Oh, nation not desired," only just raise your hand and say, any person will say, "Well, who's the nation that's not desired?" Right. You take a look at yourself in the mirror and just look at our history as a whole, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and you tell me, is there a difference between us and everybody else? And let me know, would that create an idea in your mind that tells you that, wait a minute, we are the ones that are not desired. You understand? It's reading comprehension skills. Right. But you can look at the penitentiary numbers and see, wait a minute, why are so many of us in this prison? You understand? Why are there so many of us in the graveyard? Why are there so many of us in gangs? You understand? Why are there so many of us in strip clubs and prostitution rings? Like, those things should, the alarm should be sounding like, wait a minute. But it has to start with you seeing the value in yourself first. If we don't see the value in each other, you won't understand, like, wait a minute, there's something that is different that we're dealing with than everybody else. As to why, you see people like Kevin Samuels, even with his minute understanding, is hated. You understand? Because not only you're just looking at the self-reflection of him hating himself, but also hating his sisters as well. Yeah, and brothers. You know what I'm saying? You can give the correction is needed for our people, but correction can't come from somebody who, who live in Cardinal as well. It's like if I'm smoking Newports and you smoking Marlboros, I'm telling you need to stop smoking. You know what I'm saying? We're both smoking. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that we can both benefit from if us both stop smoking. That's right. And the one way to do it is, we both got to say these things are killing us. meaning the cigarettes, right? And we got to turn around and look at the same way when we talk about this empire that we call America. These things are affecting our lives as who? As a nation that's not desired. You understand? Keep bringing, keep rocking.
You had something, Bunker?
No, I was just gonna say to add too. You know, this brother was really, you know, disillusioned with the idea of America.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he was a Christian because he was an embassy of Qatar's special police officer.
Mm-hmm.
So he was protecting Middle Easterners in America.
Yeah.
You know, as a so-called Negro. And it's just like, damn, how much of your love are you going to continue to give to the other nations? You know what I mean? So it was just like, I mean, you deserve to get, you know, treated in that manner because you don't got no love for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I mean, what do you expect to happen? You know, Salakia.
Nah, you to war, man. You to war, like it like, man. I tell you, I was going over stories this morning. You know how we prepare for the class. We don't just jump up here and just do anything. So we read over stories, you know what I'm saying, like this morning, and is so-called African Americans going to Ukraine trying to help out with the right sis, right. You know, trying you know what I'm saying? We go there trying to help out and stuff like that, you know. Not like we know the things that our people go through, but we still love our oppressor so much that no matter where our oppressor is, no matter how far it is, some of our people, we find a way. We send donations, we physically go over and fight in their wars, all that stuff. It's not just here in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get over there to Ukraine and they calling us niggas. And like we just act like, oh, this different. But they excuse is, oh well, we ain't never really seen black people before. That's their excuse. So my thing is, right, bear with me. My thing is now, yo, my thing is now, when they said them Ukrainians wouldn't letting black people get on the train, who the hell was they calling black? They ain't never seen black people. They ain't never interacted with us before. So who is y'all calling black? Because I know Africans be over there a lot. You understand? And that just show you, like, if they weren't calling them the N-word and they calling us the N-word, they know it's a difference between us and them. They know it's a difference. They know we're not the same people. We don't have the same mannerism. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, you know. You want to hit that? You want to hit that mass incarceration joint?
I got you.
Yeah, Most High Christ. Con, that mass incarceration joint.
I have the tragedy in Wrightsville.
You ain't got the mass incarceration?
With the history of mass incarceration?
Con.
That one right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got you. So Salakia.
My boy.
Salakia. This is according to the Brennan Center.
Your brother could be anywhere in the world. Salakia.
Right. This is according to the Brenner Center for Justice analysis. The history of mass incarceration from Alexis de Tocqueville to Ronald Reagan, the forces that have shaped the current state of our prison system. It says, you've heard the phrase mass incarceration, but what really does it mean? Simply put, it is shorthand for the fact that the U.S. incarcerates more people than any nation in the world, including China.
Right. And I'm quite sure we done heard how strict China is. Like, you can't even speak on the government in China. You understand? Like, that us going on the street and all, like, that, you know, that what the thing they like to do, that all that don't fly in China, man. You understand? You go to prison for that, man. You understand? But the U.S. somehow incarcerates more people than anybody else on the face of the earth. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
And the U.S. is also the leader in the prison population rate. America's approach to punishment often lacks a public safety rationale, disproportionately affects minorities, and inflicts overly harsh sentences.
Overly harsh sentences. Man. I'm glad it said that. I'm glad it said that because you know when what's his name? Good night. War on drugs. What's his name?
Talking about Reagan?
Nah.
Clinton?
It was Clinton that signed that bill, right?
Oh.
With the 5 grams of cocaine and 550 grams of crack get you the same sentence. Was that was Clinton, wasn't it?
The mandatory minimums?
So right. So they say the mandatory minimum was like 5 years or something like that. But if you had the same, like say a person had a gram using the thing that they gave from the show, which was a sugar pack found in a coffee shop. Right. A pack of sugar, 1 gram, versus a person that had 1 gram of cocaine versus a person that had 550 grams of crack, right? You still, if this person got 40 years for this little gram, you get 40 years for all this crack. You understand? Like, he made it where it was no difference. You understand? Like, they made it overly harsh sentences, man. Overly harsh sentences. Think about the things that black people go to jail with. Niggas in life, so like it. Brothers in life for brothers spend prison and life for a dime bag. When the Caucasian man is the biggest drug dealer on the face of the goddamn earth. You the one who brought it here. You make all the money off it. Tell me how black people are selling this crack in their neighborhoods in the 80s, but you tend to be able to send millions to Central America and fund the war. Go ahead, brother.
So like I put up a quick article on mandatory minimums, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Mandatory minimums in a nutshell. What is a mandatory minimum? A mandatory minimum is a sentence created by Congress or a state legislator which the court must give to a person convicted of a crime, no matter what the unique circumstances of the offender or the offense are. Typically, mandatory minimums apply to gun and drug crimes and are based on only the type and weight of the drug involved or the possession or presence of a gun. Example, a person is convicted of selling 28 grams of crack cocaine. The mandatory sentence is 5 years in prison without parole. The court must give this sentence, even if it is too harsh for the offender, his role in the offense, or the nature of the crime.
Go ahead. Please, be my guest.
When were mandatory minimums created? The current mandatory minimums for federal drug offenses were created by Congress in 1986 and 1988. Over 260,000 people have received mandatory minimums for a federal drug offense.
Mm-hmm. But you saying they care about us? Who you think getting locked up behind that?
And Salak, if I may. They'll offer these mandatory minimums with drugs because they know our people are oppressed with lack of, a understanding of what this system really is. But you have a cop that is trained in the line of his job and his duty come in and kill an unarmed brother or sister, and they receive less time than that. You understand? I think if you're gonna offer anything for as a mandatory minimum, it should be at least taking a life. Mm-hmm. You understand? You can't you're taking a life. You're making an alteration or an adjustment for that. Right. For the police officers. You understand? It's the drug is taking a life. It's taken away from families. Then guess what else is? Murder is too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of who's doing it, if we gonna be fair in the eyes of justice, right? If drugs they consider, that's why they say it's a mandatory minimum, because they say the effects of the drugs, right? But you talk about, what's my brother that was in New York that they choked to death?
Eric Gardner.
Eric Gardner, right? Eric Gardner was killed by the police officer. Now this police officer used an illegal choke to choke this brother out, right? And he passed away. Now the police officer, he was what? Not guilty, correct? They say he was trained. But didn't nobody ever talk about the heartbreak that his mother went through? Didn't nobody talk about the heartbreak that his daughter went through or his sister? And I think all of them died, if I'm not mistaken. All of them are passed away. And the only thing it goes back to is the heartbreak that they had, knowing that there was no justice received for their brother. You understand? So they got to carry that weight. And what we seen was it was too much for him. So not only did the officer kill Eric Gardner, it killed his mother, and it killed his sister and his daughter. You understand? Right. So he was responsible for all those deaths. But yet it said, did he receive the mandatory minimum?
That's right.
You see why we are not a nation that is not desired? It damn near like he got praised for getting rid of just another one off the streets.
Right.
You understand? He was just gonna end up in somebody's jailhouse anyway.
Right.
That's right.
It's that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at this big black mean guy. He's probably mean. Now that's oftentimes why we try to smile. Oftentimes when we meet the oppressor to show him like, I'm not a mean guy. I'm a regular guy. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they don't look at it like that. You got to think, but they come in like it's just like holding a damn rattlesnake that done somehow lost his rattles. You know what I'm saying? He's still a rattlesnake, and that's what the oppressor is. So you can hold him if you want to. Huh?
Right.
I suggest you chop his head off and burn him with some gas. Ain't that what they say?
That's right.
Go ahead,
right.
brother.
Right. Give him a hand, man. Yeah, say yes, do the right. It's no dealing with these people, man. It's no compromising. Like, you can love them as much as you want to, but you can't deal with them. You understand? Like, that's why the Most High told us we should separate from them, not to marry unto them, man. You understand? Not to join with them. You understand? We're not supposed to want the things that they have or anything, man. Mass incarceration. Like, imagine how many families were ruined by mass incarceration, man. You understand? He just broke down Walter Scott. Imagine Trayvon Martin. His parents, man. His parents. And his killer walks off scot-free after being told not to follow him.
Right.
He still went and killed him and walked away.
It's Salaki. He did say that too, even in that. That's what he said. He said they always get away with it. Ain't
They
that what he
always
said?
get away. He said that. They always get away with it.
Sold the gun for $250,000.
Then sell the murder weapon. How could I forget about that? Good night.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
This
brother.
is according to the Washington Post. Going for $65 million. George Zimmerman's gun is up for auction. $65 million.
Good night. This bastard getting rich off of killing Trayvon Martin, man. He got rich. They if I remember correctly, he started getting TV offers and everything. Now he sell the gun, $65 million. Like, they living it up, man. They living it up off of the lives of us, man. They kill us and get paid. Paid vacations. You understand? Like, say I ain't like it. I ain't like it at Fayetteville precinct. All I gotta do is kill a black man and, you know, just deal with it. And I'm sitting in Miami, right back on the police force. It's no punishment, man. What was the devil name that killed George Floyd? Good night. Goodness.
Derek Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin.
He just came forward talking about, you know, like, what was he trying to do?
To get an appeal for his sentence.
Appeal.
And it was granted.
That show you, like you don't think that they talk about stuff like this? All right, well, we're gonna send you to jail, and once it all die down, you can appeal and we'll let you go. They talk about stuff like this, man. Like, we don't tend to understand. Let me get the book of Psalms 83 and 4, man. Let me get the book of Psalms 83 and 4, man. Like this is one thing that we don't understand, man. Like we read this Bible and we think it's just some fairy tale thing. No, like this is how the Lord communicates with us. This is the Lord's way of telling us how to deal with these people, man. Telling us what to do, telling us what they thinking, telling us how they gonna treat us, man. Go ahead when you got that, brother.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
They said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation." Notice it didn't say one person said it. Notice it didn't say Esau said it. Notice it didn't say, oh, the African said it. Notice it didn't say the Chinese said it. It says they. They, meaning they all came together. All of them came together and said, let us cut them off. Who is the them? Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, Latinos, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Haitians, whatever the hell you want to call yourself.
Right.
They said, let us cut them off from being a nation. Go ahead.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel, go ahead.
May be no more in remembrance.
Maybe in no more. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe in no more remembrance, man. You understand? Like, they agreed to do this thing to God's chosen people, man.
Right.
They agreed to do this, man. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together.
They have consulted together. Meaning what? They had a discussion about this, man. So like it. We the home of the truth, right? Let's get it. Consulted, man. Let's get it. Because I don't want nobody to say, oh, well, y'all just made that up. Let's get that. Consulted.
You ready?
Come.
Consult. Seek information or advice from someone with expertise in a particular area. Have discussions or confer with someone typically before undertaking a course of action.
Right. You understand? Like they talked about this thing, man. You understand? And they was like, like, what are we gonna do about these Israelites, man? What are we gonna do about this people? You understand? They talked about this thing. It wasn't nothing that just came out the blue, and that's how everybody had a role in the slave trade. You don't you think the Arabs just built the ship and just gave it to the white man by chance, or sold it to the white man by chance? You think the African just rounded us all up and sold us to the white man for tobacco and guns by chance? No, they talked about it. They had to agree on what was going to be, gave, what was going to be received, how we was going to get these people. They had to agree what we was going to teach them to keep them on the bottom. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 5, for they have consulted together.
They have consulted together. Go ahead.
With one consent.
With one consent. What does that mean? One consent, meaning they were agreed, right? Go ahead, brother.
Consent, permission for something to happen or agreement to do something.
They agreed for this to happen, man. They consulted together on one agreement for this thing to happen. Go ahead.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee. What does confederate mean? Yeah, you're gonna break this joint all the way down tonight. Go ahead, brother.
Flags keep popping up. Salaki.
oh, Salaki. Confederate against thee.
Confederate.
Take your time.
Joined by an agreement or treaty.
Joined by an agreement or treaty. They agreed to do this. They met together. They all agreed that this was gonna be the thing that they was gonna do. And they let that thing go. You understand? Like they consulted against you, man. You understand? Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. They consulted against us, man. They were confederate against us. Oh, go ahead, brother. Salaki.
I got two more definitions.
Go ahead.
A person one works with, especially in something secret or illegal, an accomplice, a supporter, Salakia. Yeah, to bring into an alliance. That's it.
They in alliance with each other. They are all agreed. Israel is spread all across the earth, man. You understand? They are agreed all across the earth that we are the nation that should be destroyed. We are the nation of people that shall no more be of remembrance. You understand? That's why they lock us up by the boatloads. That's why they enslave us, man. That's why they still oppress us. That's why they want you to abort your babies, man. Right. You understand? Because they are confederate against you, man. And everybody knows that it self does, man. You know why? Because we don't give a damn about each other, man. You know why? Because we look at each other through the eyes of our oppressor, man. We hate another black man when we see another black man. That's why we'll sleep with his wife. That's why we'll kill each other's grandmothers. You understand? When grandmothers, I know grandmothers that be like, yo, like you could be beefing with somebody, right? And grandma bring both of y'all in the house and y'all eat chicken together. Y'all eat mac and cheese together. By the end, look, you like, brother, you ain't so bad, man. You understand your brother, man. But by us looking at each other through the eyes of our oppressor, guess what? We become confederate against our own.
That's right.
We join together with them against our own, man. Right. Of one agreement, of one consent. And we choose to destroy our own people, man. That's what T.D. Jakes did, man. That's what Cuff Your Dollars do, man. Right. You understand? We choose, our own people choose to destroy our own people, man. We choose to destroy each other, man. Right. You understand? You got more on that, brother? That was it?
We can keep going. It's up to
you.
No.
That's the wild. That's the wild. Yeah, we can drop it. You understand? Let's get Job 9:24, man. Job 9:24. Ain't don't need to beat a dead horse, man.
The book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
Go ahead.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The Bible says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. You understand? The entire earth. This oppressor that we know today, the so-called Caucasian man, he run the whole earth, man. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He makes the laws. He decides who's guilty. He decides who's innocent. He decides what babies should be born. He decides what babies should be killed, man.
Right.
He is the wicked on the face of the earth. And the earth is in his hands, man. You understand? Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, man. You understand? What does that mean, man? He covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. He changed the truth into a lie, man. He changed the image of the Most High, man. He changed the image of Christ, man. He changed the image of the priest of the Most High, man. He changed the image of the real Jews of the Bible, man. He changed all that, man. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, man. We the ones that are supposed to judge the earth, man. We the ones that enforce God's laws, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We the ones that make sure that God's earth runs smoothly, man. You understand? He decided, I'm going to make God white. I'm going to make Christ white. I'm going to make the prophets white. I'm going to make the angels white. When all these people were the same color as you and me, man. He changed the image, man. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Go ahead, brother.
If not, where and who is
If
he?
it wasn't him, who was it? If it wasn't a Jewish man, who was it? If it wasn't Joe Biden, who was it? If it wasn't Barack Obama, who was it? They have led us into destruction in this place, man. You understand? And the only way we can get free is to turn back to the Most High, man. The only way we can get free is to stop celebrating Mother's Day. The only way you get free is to say to hell with the Christian church and to love your brother, man. Stop killing your brother. Stop aborting your babies, man. If you don't want that baby, get that baby to somebody who can take care of it, man. The I.S.U.P.K accept babies, man. We raised them babies up, man. You understand? We raised them babies up, and then that mother come back for that baby, guess what? We don't deny it. We don't deny it, because 9 times out of 10, when that sister come to get that baby, we offer that sister help, man. We get that sister help, man. We get that brother help, man. You understand? So ain't no such thing in the I.S.U.P.K as a black man not being in the house, because we put a black man in every house, man. We put a black man in the house of the homeless. You understand? We put the fatherless. We put a brother in the house of a child with no father, man. We do that. We put a house we put a brother in the house of the house that's motherless, man. That's right. You understand? That's what we do in here, man. We utilize the black men that God has raised up to see the value in his people, and the sisters that God has raised up to see the value in their brothers, man. We see the value in each other. We know that we need each other, man. We know that. Ain't no black man in here kicking no sister out the house, man. Ain't no sister kicking a black man out the house. We see the value in each other in here, man, under the Most High, man. We see the value. The Bible says, surely oppression make a wise man mad. You dealing with wise brothers and sisters in here, man. We mad for a goddamn reason. We mad because we see our people getting killed. We mad because we don't see black men in houses. We mad because we see our sisters aborting babies by the millions every year, man. And it means something to us. You can't tell me that a woman has a choice over her own body. What the hell you mean, man? What if the father wanted to keep the baby? We fall into the ways of America and forget the ways of the Most High, man. That's right. America does not accept the Most High, man. With that, pass the class of priest and officer bunker, y'all, man.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming holy convocations. We are in the middle of the Feast of First Fruits. The closing will be Saturday, Salakia. It began Saturday, April 23rd. The count of 50 days. We're going to celebrate the 50th day, which is Sunday, June 12th, before sundown, according to the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verses 10 through 22. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, imajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Imajim Shabbat, imajim Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabarak Atah, Yada Matah, Sar. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Imajim. Men of Israel, imajim Shabbat, imajim Barak, Yahweh Shemal Atah Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Sign Christ. Yada Matah means put your hands down, class dismissed.